Hey guys, this is Mitch from SB Coders, and today I'm going to be showing you part 8 in our iPhone SDK Tutorial Series. And this time we're going to be showing you the basics of UIView Animation Blocks, which is just the very bare bones of just animating something real simply. So just open Xcode, start a new project, view-based works. Just name it animation blocks or whatever you want. Alright, do a little bit of setup here. You don't have to, but I just like keeping things organized. Alright, so we're not going to need a whole lot for this tutorial. Just go into your view controller, and what we are going to need is one IB outlet, and it's going to be a just a UI view. We'll call it the view. You're also going to need a Boolean. Just name it is animated. In just one action, it's going to be animate, just like that. And go ahead and copy this and go over to your implementation and put this in here. While we're at it, you're going to need this, so uncomment your view did load. And we're only going to need to initialize one thing, and that's just, we're just going to set the is animated to no when the view gets loaded, so it starts off as no. Switch over to your view controller, and I'm just going to make this a little prettier. Change the background to like white, and you're going to need to add a UI view. Add it just right on here, and we're going to cut the size in half actually. So go over to our properties and cut 320 and 460 in half. So it'll be that. Put it right in the middle, and let's give it a different color so we can actually see what's going on. This works. And we're going to need one button for our action. Let's drop it right in our UI view. Spread it out there and just make it say animate. That's pretty much it for Interface Builder. Phone's going off here. Connect. We're going to need to connect our files owner, the view, to the view, and our action animate to touch up inside. And that is completely it for Interface Builder. So switch back over to your implementation, and all of our code is going to go right in this little method here. So we'll start this. We're just going to say if is animated. So pretty much that says if the bool is animated equals yes, then run this. Else run this. And pretty much this is going to be view is animated, so we're going to shrink it, and if it's in the else, then view isn't animated, so enlarge it. And this is pretty easy. You guys will get the hang of this real fast, these animation blocks. All you have to do is just say UI view, begin animations, nil, and then no. That's just saying this is the start of my animation block. We are gonna change. You don't have to do this, but I think it makes it look better. Our set animation curve to a UI view animation curve ease in out. Pretty much what this is going to do is towards the beginning of the animation. At the end, it's going to slow it down so it looks a little more polished, pretty much. We're going to set our animation duration to, let's just say, 2 seconds. And then this is the meat of the code. What's actually going to do our animating right here is we're going to set the view, and we're going to set its frame to a new CG rect, which is a CG rect make. It creates a new rect for you. It's pretty much just going to be 0, 0, because it's going to move it, the view that was in, show you, this view right here that was in the center, it's going to move it here and expand it to the whole screen. That's pretty much why that's 0, 0. And then it's going to move it to the full width of the screen, and then normally an iPhone's view is 480, but because we have a status bar which is 20 pixels, we're going to say 460, so it'll do just the content view and not the status bar. That's all there, and then all you have to say is UIView commit animations. And if we build and run this right now, you'll see that it animates. Oops, forgot one thing. You don't have to do this, but just to make it look good. If you go to the button and its properties and just make it, center it so it stays centered in the view. Now if we build and run it, when we animate, it'll animate to the full screen and the button will stay in the center. However, if we press it again, nothing happens because we haven't written the code for that yet. So if we go back to our implementation, and it's going to be basically the same thing, so we can just cut and paste this right to here. The only thing that we're going to need to change is we're going to need to cut this in half again because it's going to shrink it back down. And we're also going to need to change the frames X and Y because it's not in the default position. We can just look real quick to see what we need. So we're going to reset it to this. So if we just look at the original X and Y, it's 80, 115. So if we just pass 80, 115 in there, it'll reset it for us. I think... Oh, one more thing, kind of a big thing. We need to set, like after we grow the view here, make it bigger, we need to set is animated to yes. And then after we shrink it here, we need to set is animated to no. And this will pretty much, you know, without that our if statement wouldn't do anything. But now, if we click it once, it enlarges to full size, and if we click it again, it'll shrink back to its normal size. And you can do that to your heart's content. We'll keep doing it. That's pretty much the basis of UI animation blocks. You can, right here we changed the view's frame, but you can you know, animate anything like opacity, alpha, it's the same thing. Controls, you can fade them in, fade them out, do whatever you want. So hopefully you guys play with that and add a few, you know, nice polished effects to like your applications. So until next time, guys.